Hey, welcome. Have you ever imagined what it's like to live in the highest city in the world? That place is La Rinconada, located in Peru, sitting at a mind-blowing 5,300 meters, or 17,400 feet above sea level. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. To give you some perspective, a city like Sao Paulo in Brazil is only about 760 meters above sea level. Not much of a difference from the coast, and your body barely feels any change. But if you travel to La Paz, Bolivia, over 3,600 meters, or Cusco, Peru, around 3,400 meters, you'll definitely start to feel the effects of altitude, like shortness of breath. So now, imagine living in a place that's almost 5,300 meters high. That's the reality in La Rinconada, considered the highest permanent human settlement on Earth. This extreme city is located in the province of San Antonio de Putina in Peru, about 600 kilometers from the Bolivian border. Around 50,000 people live in La Rinconada. Between 2001 and 2009, the population exploded, growing by almost 235%, all because of the gold mining boom and the rise in its market value. But even with this growth, the city never got real infrastructure investments. Life there is full of challenges and harsh conditions, making the quality of life extremely low. Out of the 50,000 residents, only about 17,000 live in the urban area, the west side known as the Gran Harmonia district. Even though La Rinconada is considered a city, it lacks basic sanitation services. Due to the harsh climate and fragile constructions, streets are always muddy, with melting snow mixing with raw sewage. There's no sewage system, no water treatment, and no waste collection. Trash just piles up, and people can barely protect themselves from the cold. Most homes are made of thin, corrugated metal sheets with no insulation. Windows don't even have glass. The climate is extremely cold year-round. The average temperature is always below freezing, and the rainy season, which is summer, comes with heavy snow. Meanwhile, the dry season, which is winter, is brutally cold, with nightly frost being the norm. To make things worse, most workers walk about 30 minutes every day to reach the gold mines, which are filled with toxic gases like mercury and cyanide, and they work in low oxygen conditions. Miners often go up to 30 days straight without pay, hoping that on their 5 days off, they can keep any gold they find. But that's a huge gamble. This kind of work exposes them to altitude sickness, which can cause dizziness, headaches, palpitations, even heart failure. According to the World Health Organization and the Peruvian National Mine Workers Union, miners in this region have a life expectancy nearly 9 years shorter than the average population. Women aren't allowed to work inside the mines, supposedly due to not having the same physical strength. Instead, they either search for leftover gold in discarded soil, or spend their days selling goods on the streets. Unlike other mining towns, La Rinconada isn't owned by any company. The mining operations are illegal, and no one really knows how many mines exist or how much gold is extracted from them. There are no laws or official regulations for gold extraction in La Rinconada. Most of the gold ends up in the black market, fueling an underground economy that's completely out of control. With no government oversight, this remote city has become one of the wildest places on Earth, and not in a good way. The thin air at that altitude makes almost everyone feel sick. La Rinconada is the highest city in the world, and newcomers often need weeks to adapt to the extremely low oxygen levels. Breathing is hard, energy is low, and the body takes a beating just to survive up there. On top of that, crime rates are sky high. There's no real police presence, and it's a place where disappearances are common. People vanish without a trace and are never seen again. The lack of law enforcement makes this city dangerous and unpredictable. A place where gold can make someone rich, but can also cost them their life. If you found this video eye-opening, consider supporting the channel by hitting like, subscribing, and turning on notifications. There's a lot more to uncover, and your support helps bring powerful stories like this to light. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.